Good morning, third graders. As you can see, I have my setup here for today's experiment. I have a plastic spoon, a wooden spoon, and a metal spoon. And now I'm going to get some hot water to put into the bowl so we can get started. All right, so here is my water, and I even made sure to put it into the microwave to make sure it was extra warm. I'm going to go grab my snow, and then we will continue. All right, so I have some snow from in my yard. I'm going to go ahead and put my hot water into the bowl. So here we go. Oh, I'm making a mess. Be careful not to burn yourself if you're doing this at home. I'm going to go about that high. So you can see the bottom of all three spoons are in the hot water, right? I'm going to go ahead and get the water off that spoon though. And now we're going to put some snow in our spoons. Right, so I have some snow from in my yard. I'm going to go ahead and put my hot water into the bowl. So here we go. Oh, I'm making a mess. Be careful not to burn yourself if you're doing this at home. I'm going to go about that high. So you can see the bottom of all three spoons are in the hot water, right? I'm going to go ahead and get the water off that spoon though. And now we're going to put some snow in our spoons. Alrighty, here we go. So I'm going to grab like a spoonful of snow. Maybe I'll just make a little snowball. That might be the easiest way to do this. So here's a snowball in that one. I have a kitty trying to come visit. Oh my goodness. There's a snowball in this one, and it's already trying to slide off. That might be dangerous. And my kitty won't leave us alone. I'm going to have to move him. He's very curious. We'll put a snowball in this one. All right. Let's move the kitty and see what happens. Right, so we're watching our snow to see what happens. Which one will melt? Uh-oh, that one fell off. We better put it back. This is kind of hard because they're at a weird angle because my spoons are kind of long. So we're watching to see which one melts the fastest. I'm going to turn this one a little bit, so hopefully it'll sit. There we go, that's a little better. So now we're just going to watch and see what happens. Seeing if we look right here, tiny bit of water from the melting snow. Over here, I don't see any drips yet from the melting snow. And over here, I see some drips from snow melting. So, two of them have a little melting. Let's wait and see. All right, if we look at the metal spoon, hopefully you can see there is some more water running down and dripping. Looks like it might be melting over here. Let's look at our wooden spoon. I'm not seeing anything happening here. It's just kind of hanging out. And let's look at our plastic spoon. Again, not a lot going on. And the water's nice and warm because I can feel the heat from the bowl. I had it almost boiling when I put it in there. So we'll keep waiting and watching. And I do see something going on here with the metal. If you watch it, you can see there might be some melting. Got a tiny little bit of melting there still, but not much. All right, it's been another minute. Not a lot of action happening here. This melting takes a long time. But if we look at our snow on the spoons, we might notice some changes. Let's look at this one. It's our plastic spoon. Not a lot of changes there. Let's look at our wooden spoon. It's still just a little snowball, isn't it? And how about our metal spoon? Now this, I see some changes. The snow looks different. It looks like it's trying to melt to me. It's starting to look more icy than like a snowball. So I'm seeing some changes there to that snow. We'll have to wait and see what happens. There are all three of them. Let's see which one melts first. We'll check in after another minute. It's been about a minute. Let's check them out. Plastic. Not a ton of change. Looking maybe a little more icy, but that could be from the air, not just the water. Wood, also no change. Not even a drip from the wood. And metal, Metal is changing. I'm afraid some of those little hunks might actually fall into the water because it is definitely melting, isn't it? Look at that. Let's wait another minute and check in. Boys and girls, watch what's happening here on the metal spoon. Did you see that? It's dripping into the water. The other ones are not melting like that at all, but this one has really started to melt. It is drip, drip, dripping. There's our wooden one. No drips in sight. And plastic. Again, nothing really happening. But this one here, look at it go. It's really melting now. It's much smaller. It's dripping into the water. I think we may have a winner here shortly. It may be all the way melted before we know it. Time to check in. Let's see what's going on here. Plastic. We do have a little bit of dripping going on over here. Tiny bit. Not a lot, but some. Here's wood. I don't see anything. But look at metal. It is almost gone. In that 1 minute that we waited, it was dripping and dripping and dripping. And it just continues to get smaller and smaller and smaller. Look at it go. So if we look at these, this is where we are now. You can see that metal one really dripping. Let's give it another, maybe a minute, and we'll check in again. I decided just to give us 30 seconds because look how much that one is melting. It's almost gone. The wooden one, nothing. If we go over here to plastic, you can see it's got some more drips forming too. So it is starting to melt a little. But wow, boys and girls, look at that metal one. It's almost gone. I think we know which one's going to be our winner. Which one's going to melt the fastest? It's our metal spoon, right? Look at that. It's almost done. Right, boys and girls, I think we're going to call this our last check-in video because really that metal one's almost gone. It's about to bite the dust. Let's look at our wooden one. Get nice and close. You can see it's still just a solid snowball. There are no drips, nothing. It's looking a little more icy, but nothing's dripping off of it. Let's go here. Here's our plastic one. We have a few drips. It's looking kind of icy, so it's melted a tiny bit. And let's look at our last one here, our metal spoon. That's all we have left. Tiny little bit. We started with a snowball. And look at it. It is disintegrating right before our eyes. It's going to be gone in no time. And then we will have a winner for sure. But I think we already have a winner. It has definitely melted way more quickly than our other spoons. And there you see, the metal one's all the way melted. We have a winner.